We present to you today the two high stamina personalities from House of Stamina, Mbamara Ifeanyichukwu.
Enhancing your stamina is more important than anything in life, because no matter the amount you make in this world, if you don't have stamina, you cannot enjoy it.
And Mbamara Nwabweze.
I feel so great because without stamina, life seems to be worthless. With stamina, you can enjoy whatever you are doing, even your sleep. Everything about life is so sweet when there is stamina to enjoy it.
They are teachers of high stamina lifestyle for more than a decade. High stamina lifestyle is not a birthday gift you can offer to someone. If you do not have the daring, you cannot afford to adopt it. Just like Oprah Winfrey, who did marathon and completed November 1994 Marine Corps Marathon of 26.2 miles distance in Washington, D.C. We have three-dimensional approaches that will usher you into a high stamina lifestyle. 1. Physical exercise. We will expose you to different types of physical exercises and locate the one that is very easy for you. Motivate you to do it more in order to boost your stamina. With enhanced stamina, all physical activities becomes pleasurable. We will also teach you the act of recuperating. 2. Healthy eating. We will teach you how to buy and prepare healthy food items that will nourish, detoxify, strengthen, and rebuild your system. In this process, we will help you to discover all food items that are compatible with your metabolism. If you do not know food items that are compatible with your system and those that are not compatible with your system, you cannot eat healthy. 3. Perception. We will help you to see things from the perspective of thanks and praises. No matter how bad any situation is, there is always good side of it. You must have heard about the spirit of sportsmanship, the ability to be fair and to let go. No matter how hard you work out, if you keep dwelling in misery, your stamina will keep depleting. What you are watching now is our annual program titled Jog or Dance for Naija Stamina Test Show. We sponsor this program as a means to provide solution to lack of stamina in our country. In the course of our duty to families, schools, companies, banks, religious settings, and government establishments, we discover that it is very difficult for an average Nigerian, sadly youths, to walk or jog 7 miles at a stretch. It is quite unfortunate that 80% of our people who engage in physical exercise are not exercising out of choice. They are either recommended by doctors or motivated by fear when someone dies as a result of sedentary. Recommendation at crisis stage and fear can never be a good motivator to exercise. If you are yet to begin physical exercise, what are you waiting for? A lot of people claim to know the importance of exercise, yet they are not exercising. If they know the importance of exercise as claimed, they cannot afford not to exercise. There is no difference between knowing and being. If they know it, they will surely do it. You cannot know the truth without being true to yourself. This is why we place prizes like cash, quality running shoes, free t-shirts to attract participants to know about stamina status. You can see the truck and DJ provided for dancers and those who cannot jog from Anthony Oke bus stop to NTA Channel 5 Victoria Island at a stretch. We also have an ambulance with complete medical team and security for protection and emergency. We celebrated our independence with this program in order to provide information to our people on how to enhance their stamina naturally so that they can stop enduring and start enjoying. House of Stamina presents natural solution to stamina enhancement. Don't be deceived. Stamina cannot be found in bottles, medicines, or injections, etc. If it is not natural, it does more harm than good. Learn high stamina lifestyle and experience life at its fullness. Natural solution to obesity in all ages, especially children. Our bodies are our autobiographies. If you are not proud of what you see when you stand in front of a full-length mirror, you cannot escape from low self-esteem. I was once a victim of obesity. I'm speaking from experience. I know exactly how they feel. It is a myth that obesity runs in some families and children should eat whatever they want because their body mechanism can deal with it. A lot of us are suffering from different types of chronic ailments today and are unable to overcome the habits that maintain these ailments because of these myths. Obesity cannot be overcome healthily or naturally by going all out for it. Rather, it can only be overcome as a byproduct of high stamina lifestyle. We have 3 months program that will help our clients to overcome sedentary and unhealthy eating habits. It will alter their taste bud to gradually stop craving for refined sugar and yeast products and start craving for natural sugar from fruits. Parents should not allow their children to grow with obesity by choosing our program now that their system are still at peak to overcome obesity easily. Remove the woods from the fire and it will surely go off. Natural solution to decongest the hospitals. The truth is that if we don't work on being healthy as we work for money, we are working for one disease or the other. It is only a matter of time. We should live aright to decongest the hospital. Natural solution to corruption in all levels of leadership. Salvation, the ability to see things exactly the way they are. When we are savage, we will realize that we are corrupt as a result of fear of suffering. Without knowing that, the more we engage in corrupt practices, the more we suffer. Corruption is like an acid that corrodes its container more than where it is poured. We should have compassion for some of us who are exploiting themselves in the name of exploiting us. Obviously, perfect images does not mean perfect lives. Natural solution to youth empowerment through wellness. We should not channel all our energy on formal education because formal education can only earn us a living but not how to live. We should strive to be educated about the act of living because if we know how to live with little or more, we will enjoy life. But if we don't know how to live, no volume of money in our possession will make us to enjoy life without wellness. Rectitude is far more better than money because money is not the solution. If money is the solution, why are we Nigerians suffering in great abundance, both leaders and followers? We have developed a natural stamina enhancement solution that will help our people with all imaginable issues such as tiredness, depression, stress, anger, anxiety, low self-esteem, fear, sickness, etc. It is also designed as a natural means to rebuild our people's health through healthy eating, physical exercise, and mental coordination. This is why we introduce our annual pet project titled Jog or Dance for Naija Stamina Test Show every 1st October, which kicks off from Beko Ransom Kuti Park and Tony Oke bus stop. We lead all participants as we jog through Third Mainland Bridge non-stop and terminate it at NTA Channel 5, Ahmadu Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. This show was covered and aired by NTA Channel 5. It is still open for sponsorship as a very good platform to celebrate ourselves and our country, because there is no difference between the way we celebrate ourselves and the way we celebrate our country. Government budgets billions of naira every year on medicals and nothing in the way of prevention of diseases and promotion of wellness. We are appealing to the Federal Ministry of Orientation and Education to create awareness about preventive measures and to inculcate wellness as a subject in the curriculum of all levels of education. This is because we are hardly taught what constitutes a holistic approach towards wellness, either at homes, schools, or religious settings. The best legacy you can give to anybody is the education of wellness. If government should build hospitals in every locality well equipped and our people do not lead a healthy lifestyle, our health will still be in shambles. We are calling on Lagos State government to replicate the type of training ground in Anthony Village, Gwagara Youth Center, VGC, Festac, and in all other local government areas to decongest the hospitals. Most of our people occupying bed spaces and on queue in the hospitals today are not supposed to be there if we should take a little care of our health. We are appealing to the Federal House of Assembly to pass a bill that every hospital and pharmaceutical outlet should have an inscription which states that if you do not exercise, eat healthy, and lead a positive lifestyle, you are liable to fall sick often. A lot of us are not even aware that our health is in our hands. Good and sound health is better than healing. The health of our people is the greatest asset of our country, not oil and gas. The suicide bombers, kidnappers, and those who engage in civilized acquisition, which we term primitive acquisition, are suffering from personality disorder. The greatest mistake a man can do is to mortgage his health for any other advantage. It is a sensible concept to move towards wellness and prevention rather than indulgence in illness. Ultimately, we are responsible for our well-being.
What is natural stamina solution?
It is our outdoor program where we teach our clients, people of different ages and conditioning, the science and practice of systematic free body movement, healthy eating, and mental coordination, which makes the body rich in health, vitality, vigor, vim, endurance, and energy. It eliminates body torture, stiff muscles, back pain, and tired feelings. It can be practiced at any time and place. It does not require gym or ease equipment. We have helped a lot of our clients to live their life beyond mere existence to a life of high energy level. Those who can't walk for 10 minutes without resting can now walk or jog for an hour at a stretch with enhanced stamina. We don't care about what you have lost, but we will work upon what is left to take you to the next level. It is never over until it is over. Gradual adaptation without exhaustion is the backbone of our program.
What is stamina?
Stamina is the ability to engage in any physical activity for a prolonged time without getting fatigue. It is the only oil that greases the machinery of body movement. It is that inexhaustible strength within. It has been medically proved that our stamina is a fantastic measuring yardstick for our overall wellness, which involves mental, physical, and spiritual. It is the core of life. Stamina is different from power. Muscular body, lean or fat body has nothing to do with stamina status, but the lifestyle. Our stamina status determines our wellness.
How can we know our stamina status?
We can only know our stamina status through the process of testing the limits of our ability and finding the strength of our heart by engaging in any physical activity like brisk walking, swimming, or jogging for minutes or hours. If we cannot jog for an hour at a stretch, we are old. And if we cannot brisk walk for an hour at a stretch, our stamina status is low. Some of us with low stamina status always feel as if there isn't enough fuel in our tank to meet life's demand. We are young as we move, and we are old as we feel. Age is just a number.
How can we maintain our stamina?
We can only maintain our stamina by exercising regularly, eating healthy, and thinking positively, which leads to harmlessness. Whenever stamina depletes, look within. One or more of the above is abused. Make amendments and restore your stamina. Excessive indulgence in sex, strong drinks, actions that harm others, and fear depletes stamina.
What is the difference between low and high stamina personalities?
The marks of high stamina personalities are not hurriedly stuck on their skin like tattoo. They are paying their dues, passing through furnace, melting, beating, reshaping, and tempering to burn out all impurities and emerge as diamond. A high stamina personality is a state once attained and experienced cannot be mortgaged for any other advantage. It can only be experienced by a few because the lifestyle requires mastery, tremendous discipline, and strong character. Strict adherence to the lifestyle will enhance stamina to a level which the body cannot recuperate from if used at its fullness. While a low stamina personality is a state easily attained and experienced by many who mortgage their health for other advantages. It is being experienced by many because the lifestyle lacks mastery, discipline, character, etc. Strict adherence to the lifestyle leads to prescription bandwagon, which is the surest way to slippery slope of greater and greater dependency on medications that will appease their symptoms and severely damage their immune system.
What is the role of stamina in our country?
Stamina is the only antidote to corruption. High stamina personalities do not abuse anything or live wrongly to avoid instantaneous stamina depletion. Abuse is abnormal use of anything, for example, thoughts, food, position, and power, etc., which leads to corruption. They are aware that to abuse anything is to abuse self, and to live wrongly is evil. The evils they are afraid of are the evils they created by living wrongly. Therefore, they abhor living wrongly in order not to be afraid, as fear depletes stamina. They have no regard for social status and external measures of success because their worth as persons come from within, and they will behave in ways that are difficult for people to understand. They know that saying something else and doing another thing is as a result of lack of willpower and not being smart. Ignorance, which is the act of ignoring the voice of conscience, is as a result of internal weakness, because we all know that the voice is for peace, harmony, and happiness. If by ignoring this voice, peace, harmony, and happiness eludes us, have we not succeeded in cheating ourselves? We cannot cheat even if we desire to do so. If we don't know that we cannot cheat, we are cheating ourselves, no matter who we are. We cannot treat people differently from the way we treat ourselves, because there is only one person here. Anything you do, good or bad, is for that person. And who is that person? That person is you. If we are aware of certain negative habits that are killing us gradually and we cannot overcome them, we should practice harmlessness and see how we will stop harming ourselves. There is no difference between the slaves and their masters, also the people and their leaders. Many are training their house helps and spoiling their children, raising children that cannot depend on themselves.
Do you mean that those who amass their wealth through corrupt means are not enjoying it?
Yes, such wealth are more dangerous than poverty. No wealth can long endure unless built upon truth and justice, because any source of wealth that harm others and disturb their peace and harmony will do the same to those who depend on it. It also breeds fear, and fear depletes stamina. Life without stamina is misery. Our stamina status determines how we enjoy life, because life is energy and life belongs to the energetic. Stamina is like righteousness, fitness, fearlessness, and harmlessness. It cannot be bought, inherited, wished, or transferred, but can only be earned. Stamina vibrates strength, confidence, courage, and happiness.
Do you mean money cannot buy happiness?
Yes, because happiness is internal, and those whose source of happiness are external have not really known happiness. One's own happiness cannot be achieved at the expense of others. Giving happiness to others brings happiness to oneself. A self-defeating thought is that real happiness comes from wealth. We are our only judge, and we cannot judge wrongly. Shallow talk is not enough anymore. Making money, raising children, buying houses and cars are not enough. Only spiritual growth and super health satisfies. Spiritual growth is not organized religion, and super health is not medical. Both are individuals' personal choice and initiative.
What is the role of stamina in leadership?
Without enhanced stamina and its maintenance, which serves as a monitor to wellness, there can be no good leader. Leaders with enhanced stamina practice righteousness, which is the right use of everything, and harmlessness, the ability not to consciously harm anybody. This is why they are willing to sacrifice money accumulation in favor of performing their duties. They are internally directed and have no regard for external rewards. There is failure in all levels of leadership in the world today, such as families, schools, religious and political, etc. These leaders are caught up in the pursuit of money and external powers in ways that disconnect them from their fundamental needs for wellness, comfort, and happiness. They are alienated from the basic needs of their subjects. Therefore, peace, health, and harmony eludes them. They cannot give what they don't have. We wonder why the world is filled with tension today.
How does this actually affect our youth?
Our youth, looking unto their leaders for directions, are the most vulnerable. They inescapably engage in self-destructive behaviors. They are in search of instant gratification, looking for what to grab without thinking of what to give, forgetting that you can only receive by giving. They are after instant pleasure instead of lasting joy. In search of stamina enhancement, they drink all types of poisons, chemicals, and medicines as stamina enhancers, such as Viagra, so-called energy drinks, herbs mixed with gin and coffee, etc. A lot of them are not aware that all these chemicals and poisons are being processed by their kidney. This is one of the major risk factors for kidney failure and medical tourism in our country today. They are developing old age diseases at their early stages of life due to overstimulated lifestyle. They are totally unaware of what it means to enjoy life. Their idea of enjoyment compromises their immune system. They eat junk or microwavable food at almost all their meals. They are surrounded with mechanical convenience virtually at every turn, spending bulk of their time in sedentary pursuit, like watching films, surfing the internet, and video games, etc. They hardly play outdoors to get enough exercise to boost their stamina, and this is why their health is begging for attention.
What is House of Stamina doing about this abnormality?
Due to our earnest desire to put a stop to this abnormality, we use our bodies as guinea pigs and ourselves as examples to design this concept called the Trinity of Awareness. It is like a three-legged pot where all the legs must be applied equally to maintain balance. We have taught this concept in schools, companies, churches, mosques, communities, and government institutions. We are calling on any group of people or institutions who are yet to experience our teachings about wellness to do so. Remember, the best way to effect change in the society is to effect it on yourself. And the best way to teach a lifestyle is to live it yourself. This is why our slogan is preach what you practice and not practice what you preach.
What is physical exercise?
Physical exercise is the act of increasing the capacity of cells, tissues, organs, and systems in the body for optimal performance. There is only one disease, congestion, and one cure, circulation. Without physical exercise, there can be no proper circulation. There will be reduction in the rate of blood flow throughout the body. When blood flow is restricted, every system in the body suffers. Plaque develops over time to the arterial wall and obstructs blood flow. This condition causes the heart to work harder, which can lead to heart attack, stroke, or other chronic ailments. This is why some 70 years old completed marathon of 26.2 miles, while some 30 or 40 years old cannot complete a mile due to congestion. Long life is in the hands of God, but our health is in our hands.
What is the importance of physical exercise?
When we exercise, we raise our tolerance level. In this process, a remarkable sense of personal power begins to emerge. In this way, exercise alters our brain chemistry and has a direct impact on our sense of self and personal power. Exercise increases serotonin level in the body. This elevation in serotonin is associated with feeling of well-being and satisfaction with oneself for having exercise. The body offers a biochemical reward to encourage us to keep doing it. He who has been able to discover the ability to enjoy physical exercise cannot trade it for anything, because he knows firsthand how much it increases one's sense of personal accomplishment. When we exercise regularly, we are constantly energized rather than fatigued. Our digestive system works more efficiently. Our heart is healthier. Our spleen, liver, lungs, arteries all benefit, and also our mind. Our brain gets oxygen, better circulation, and we are in harmony with ourselves. It equips us physically to ward off stress and diseases more readily. It provides us with stamina for fighting exhaustion.
What is the relationship between physical exercise and the heart?
The heart health determines how long we can engage in any physical exercise. We are like cars. Our hearts are like the engine of the car. How sound the engine determines the movement of the car. The same way, the heart health determines the movement of the body. How is your heart? Is your heart a worn-out engine or a brand new engine? A lot of us warm their engine without warming their heart. They service their engine with Mobil 1 and service their heart with condemned oil. We encourage you today to put your heart to test with any physical exercise like brisk walking, swimming, or jogging for 30 minutes or more at a stretch to ascertain the health of your heart. The good news is that human body is a biological machine that has been programmed to get fitter and gain endurance, just as a seed with proper soil, sun, and moisture cannot fail to sprout and grow. You are the seed. House of Stamina is the sun. Our program is the soil. The lifestyle is the moisture. With regular physical exercise, healthy eating, and harmlessness, your heart health will change from worn-out engine to a brand new engine due to the regenerative nature of human body. Exercise will give you the ability to put into practice what you expect of yourself and not what the world expects from you. The world can only be improved by those who follow their conscience, even when it is not popular.
What is beginner's guide?
This is the science of how to commence physical exercise. If the rules here are followed correctly, success is inevitable. Success is not achievable without the understanding that there is no life outside physical exercise. You cannot enjoy physical exercise without being guilty-free. If your goal is not making it your habit, you cannot continue. If you are exercising for any other reason, the earlier you switch over to this goal, the better. Or else, you will surely quit. Remember, it is better not to start than to start and quit. It is very difficult to believe in physical exercise as the solution to obesity, sickness, unhealthy eating, sedentary, and negative thinking until you put it into practice and see the result yourself. Without enhanced stamina, physical exercise is a chore. Physical exercise is the handle to fitness and total wellness. It gives us a good indication of our stamina status. With the knowledge of our stamina status, we can be able to understand the type of food and thought that enhances our stamina. Food given to us in nature are the best for stamina enhancement, but not all of them are good for all of us due to our different body composition. Thoughts that are friendly, lovely, peaceful are the best for stamina enhancement. Harmlessness is the secret of positive thinking. Whenever you exercise and you are unable to perform according to your stamina status, this is a signal that either the food eaten or the thought dwelt upon previously is responsible. This process will help you to discover the type of food and thought that are good for your development. Outdoor is the best place to exercise, and the best exercise for beginners is walking and light stretch after each walk. Exercise according to your physical ability 3 to 4 times in a week. Form the habit of drinking 2 glasses of water at room temperature every morning. Try to increase your water intake throughout the day, for it will detoxify your system and boost your energy. Avoid refined sugar and all its products. Refined sugar and its products will strip your body of its essential nutrients and leave you without energy. Take your bath with warm or cold water before going out to exercise. This is important because it refreshes, calms our nerves, and prepares us for the exercise. If we are used to this procedure, whenever we are taking our bath in the morning, it will remind us of physical exercise. Avoid body spray, creams, lotions, and perfumes because when exercising, lungs increases its capacity of oxygen uptake, and these chemicals are not friendly to the lungs. We should always dwell on the thought of thanks and praises for being responsible for our wellness when exercising, because fitness health is free from chemical dependence. If you are on medication, ask your doctor to monitor your progress. You will be able to decrease your medication gradually and eventually stop it if you persist, because all medicines relies on the ability of the body to heal itself. For proper performance, avoid harmful thoughts because it depletes stamina and makes it more difficult for you. Beginners should exceed their limit little by little until they are able to brisk walk for an hour at a stretch. The more they persist, the easier and enjoyable it becomes. Focus on your walking and avoid competition. Don't engage in any exercise that has high impact on your knees and joints if you really want to continue in this life-changing game, which is meant for the few that are chosen. The human body strives on orderliness. A lot of us are suffering from knee problems, back and general body pain due to wrong approach towards exercise. We fail to strengthen our ligaments, tendons, tissues, and bones before engaging in the type of exercises that cause our pain. Exercise is like school. You start from kindergarten, primary, secondary, and tertiary. If you do not maintain this order, you will be roaming around and must surely quit due to excessive pain. Start afresh if you have not maintained this order. The use of rubber sleeves for knees are as a result of wrong approach. Start afresh and drop them.
Why is walking the best exercise for beginners?
Walking is a gentle form of cardiovascular exercise for people of all ages and all levels of conditioning. When you walk, take the right posture and chest out. Use a rhythmic gait that takes your foot from the heels to toe and allow your arms to swing naturally. Don't shove your hands down into your pocket. Let them swing freely. It is important not to carry anything that will unbalance your body or add extra weight. Don't wear headphones or earplugs when walking on the street because of accidents. Besides, they are not healthy for your eardrum. Use a music box. Always walk or jog facing traffic so that you can see cars approaching. When crossing intersection, make sure you establish eye contact with the driver before proceeding. Continuous walking will strengthen your tendons, ligaments, tissues, and bones, etc., to prepare walking legs for jogging. Notes: beginners who really want to improve without a professional trainer should avoid exercises that have high impact on knees and joints, like jogging, running on the hill or steps, etc., and engage in exercises like walking, swimming, mat exercises, and stretches until they reach the target of brisk walking for an hour at a stretch. They should sustain it for a month before engaging in any other physical exercise of their choice. Our unique selling point is our ability to know the stamina status of our clients and expose them to mild physical stress that will suit their stamina. We gradually increase their stamina and exercise becomes pleasurable and a need like food. The slogan, "No pain, no gain," in physical exercise is a myth, because with gradual adaptation, there is no room for pain. Our slogan is "All gain, no pain," because there can only be an exciting pain if you train according to your stamina status.
What advice do you have for intending joggers?
They should do the walk warm-up for 5 to 10 minutes before they engage in jogging. When they warm up, the muscles are saturated with blood and it increases their elasticity. In this way, the muscles, tendons, and ligaments can take more intense level of strain without injuries. They should maintain the right posture and begin with a pace that is about the same as fast walking. Sustain this slow motion according to their physical ability 3 to 4 times in a week. On the second month, they should gradually build up intensity and duration until they hit an hour at a stretch target. Sustain it for a month and they will experience a kind of unexplainable satisfaction and feeling reserved only for a few. Joggers should explore the realm of music and its effect while jogging. It's a great way to maintain a conducive atmosphere when they are in motion, either calming, soothing, exciting, or inspiring. It is very dangerous to stop abruptly after jogging for an hour or more. Allow the heart rate to slow down gradually by walking. They should enjoy their cool down walk a little longer and bask in the endorphin rush. This will also reduce the buildup of lactic acid, which causes cramp, sore muscles, and pain. As muscles contract and relax, they utilize minerals such as magnesium, calcium, and potassium. The longer the jog, the greater amount of oxygen is delivered to the tissues, and the more they depend on oxygen for energy production. If they jog regularly and miss a few days, they will feel tired. Their body has gotten used to operating at peak efficiency and is depleted from lack of oxygen, which jogging supplies.
What is jogging?
Jogging is another form of cardiovascular exercise that will force your heart and lungs to work at anywhere from 50 to 80% capacity. The benefits of jogging are tremendous. The heart health is vastly increased by influx of oxygen-rich blood due to increased circulation. No other activity enhances stamina readily as jogging. The smoother your jogging style, the less oxygen you consume at a particular pace, and the longer you can jog. Jogging for a longer period is valuable, particularly when you want to boost your stamina. They teach your body how to jog through the kind of energy depletion encountered on races that last more than 2 hours. Jogging will build your cardiovascular system because a strong heart and lungs will supply more fuel to your working leg muscles, which will allow you to jog without constantly feeling out of breath. We observe that a lot of people jog for only 20 or 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times in a week. We asked them why. They said they don't have the ability to exceed their limit, and they maintain it because it increases their taste bud, restful sleep, reduces stress, and boosts their energy level. If jogging does all this, it means it is worth the time. Yet, these are like scratching the surface of how transformational and thrilling jogging can be. A lot of people see jogging as a physical phenomenon without spiritual and mental component in it. If they consistently jog for an hour or more at a stretch for months, they will tune into the spiritual and mental aspect of jogging. Then they will have the ability to consciously direct and control their mental processes for thought purification. With pure thoughts, they cannot afford to consciously harm anyone or eat impure food. Their food will be fresh and light, and they will feel the same because we are not different from what we eat. When they supply their body with pure thoughts, pure foods, and consistently jog for an hour or more, 3 to 4 times in a week for months, they will experience the glorious instinct of the body. If they obey, they will totally be in harmony with their inner voice and will be filled with compassion. If they pay more attention to their inner life, they will be internally directed and be open to the essence of life, which is to live, and what it means to live. Then they will stop fulfilling all kinds of bodily desires that are unhealthy, loveless, and without joy or satisfaction. When you seek to dominate another, you dominate no one but disempower yourself. Just like some of us who have chosen to support a system that is disintegrating, and so their own system are disintegrating before their own eyes. Whenever you engage in physical activities, relax your face and drop your jaw, because facial muscles controls much of the tension in the body. Loosen up your face and the rest of the body will follow suit. Humor and anxiety cannot coexist.
Some of our elderly clients who engage in our program and adopt the lifestyle are in better shape today than they were many years ago. They work at improving their lifestyle because the lifestyle requires change, not adjustment. Living longer does not mean aging better. It is not the years in your life that counts, but the life in your years. Elders should not see the remaining years they spend on this planet as a countdown to death, but they should adopt this our life-transforming program that will keep them active and in peak performance throughout their lifetime. Remaining active throughout life would hurt the loss of muscles and skeletal tissues, just like my granddad, Chief Kenneth Opara, who was always active and cheerful. He remained extremely vigorous, lifting, cycling, climbing, dancing traditional beats, and bending in ways that are not acceptable as normal in our elderly, till he answered the spiritual call at the age of 120 years. People don't grow old. When they stop growing, they become old. The things that bothers us most often are not aging itself, but the ills that accompany it. With our program in place, you don't need to bother about those ills.
It is quite unfortunate that the low-income earners in the Western world eat the shittiest food. But in our country, Nigeria, the high-income earners eat the shittiest food. When I watch a lot of experts in food industry saying that our food is filled with starch, I wonder where they get their education from. We have the best fruits and vegetables, seed, nut, and spice in the world. Our ancestors taught the world the philosophy of food-based medicine. If your food is not your medicine, you are surely making medicine your food. I encourage anybody to go out and get our next DVD where we will take a holistic approach towards what you eat and what you don't eat.
Have you been suffering from stress, anxiety, anger, and depression, etc.? These emanate from your thoughts and food. Learn the secret of thought and food and stop hurting yourself. Stress is equal in its capacity to harm you, just like any chronic ailment. Whatever you eat and say it is once in a while is an indication that you are aware that it is harmful to your system, yet you keep eating it because you are not true to yourself. If you are, you cannot afford to consciously harm yourself. Can you top your car engine with water or radiator with oil once in a while? Watch out for our next DVD and learn the secret of food and thought, which is coming soon.